All right, we're back here with another episode of Aftershocks TV right here on Heavy Metal Television. And joining us today, we got a return guest from the mighty Nonpoint. We got vocalist, the one and only Mr. Elias Soriano is with us. Elias, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming on.
Good. Doing wonderful. Excited about everything coming out.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on in the Nonpoint game, in the camp, excuse me. First off, I did see a clip of you guys and your performance at the Rockfest in Wisconsin. It just took place, I think, a few weeks ago. And I'll tell you, what a scene that was, watching that whole place go ape shit when you guys are just, up there playing. And man, that must have been such a huge exhale and release after this last year and a half. So I guess start us off, talk a bit about how great it was to finally be able to get back out there where you belong and experience that, whole vibe once again after all this time with no live music.
It was great. It was great to get back in front of the crowd and feel back in our element. For the most part, some sort of level of normalcy.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still a little nerve-wracking. The meet and greet was a little strange, having people run up trying to hug you right away. You're like, wait,
yeah,
back it up now. but outside of that, and I think people have been waiting for shows to come back, and we were definitely waiting to put on a show.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt, man. Well, like I said, speaking of shows, looks like things are really gearing up heavily with you in the Nonpoint camp with you guys. You guys are getting ready to get back out there pretty much full time in September. I know you've got a Midwest run you have with the Treyu, and then that's followed up by the I'm About to Explode tour, part 1.
Mm-hmm.
That starts in, I think, Pennsylvania, September 11th. And then you also got some festival dates sprinkled in there. You got a handful of dates with Seether. So, I would say you guys are ready to combust rather than explode as you're wasting no time getting back at this. Yeah, just talk about, the upcoming tour and what the plan is right now for you guys on the road.
With the festival shows that were coming, we always like to try to see if we can find shows around them to play. People have been asking for us to, when were we going to announce? A lot of bands are announcing tours. So we got the invite from Treyu and felt like that maybe it was time to put something together. So, we put something together quickly. Then the offer from Seether came. It grew into something a little longer. And then to, tail it off, I guess, maybe for this year, depending on what offers come in, who knows. We have that Halloween show with Twisted. So, there's a lot of opportunities to check out the band this year. You go to nonpoint.com, you'll find somewhere close to you. And if you don't find it on this part 1 of the tour, you can see up there in the top right-hand corner of that poster, you could see it says part 1. There is a part 2. We're going to finish up stuff in Texas, all along the West Coast, into Canada. Aim at the UK if things open up and loosen up a little bit. Same thing with Australia. So there's definitely part 1s, part 2s, and part 3s happening.
Fantastic. Oh, that's great. Well, yeah, now that you guys are touring too, you guys have, speaking about new music, I know you released a single in June called Ruthless. It's supposed to be off your upcoming EP, which will also be released now on the band's own label that you guys just started. So, talk a bit about the upcoming EP in terms of what we can, when we can expect, say, maybe a release and, what fans should hear, I guess, expect to hear. Because I did see that the goal in a docuseries you did, I remember seeing that the goal for the record was to make it the heaviest one ever by the band. And I think, judging from the sound of Ruthless, I think it's safe to say we're going to probably hear just that. Is that correct?
Yeah, heavy and just a little riskier when it comes to what we wanted to do and the formulas of the song and the imagery that we wanted the songs to go along with. There's not always an easy solution when there's a lot of people involved in making the decision. So, by tapering down things, we're able to make those quick and easy decisions, and then rest on, the outcome based on those risks that we're taking. So,
very cool.
With risk, hopefully is going to come reward.
Sure.
Now, Elias, as Matt was saying, you did launch your own label, 361 Degree Records. Is that solely for Nonpoint, or are you going to be looking to find and develop and promote other bands as well?
I think initially when we built out the label, it was really gonna, be based around our brand and our fan
Okay.
group. But as we start to partner with other partners and other companies, and we start looking at distribution partners because they're looking at our model and seeing something that is possibly repeatable, that we're starting to get our ducks in a row, get our process documented, and eventually look for other bands that have similar infrastructures, similar work ethic, similar teams, especially creative teams that are able to push their music, push their imagery, build out videos and posts in that kind of real time way that we're able to do, with also too the ability to really stick to the plan. The reason
Sure.
that people are seeing the success that they're seeing with us is because for the last 3 years we've been, our plan has been gospel. We
Right.
moved off our plan, even against the advice of people that have been in the industry for many, many years. We've made a lot of very unconventional and untraditional decisions with our brand.
Sure.
And luckily we've seen success.
Sure, certainly. I'm curious for you and probably for Rob as well, but obviously you can only speak for you. But you and Rob are kind of the focal points of Nonpoint. If it's not you doing an interview, it's generally Rob, and one way or the other. You guys are kind of the main guys. Going into a label situation where you might be working with new bands, are you and or Rob gonna take the point to kind of not necessarily guide them, but help them fit into what you guys are looking to do?
Well, we have a team. Rob honestly plays more of a member role when it comes to the administrative side of Nonpoint. He likes to keep that separation of creative with administrative. Me,
Okay.
on the other hand, I work hand in hand with, Rob Rusha, with Francesca Ludicar, our two main team members, hand in hand with FM and sound talent, and all those cogs move together. But for us, it's our team members communicate constantly.
Okay.
And we then turn around and communicate things to the band, communicate plans, communicate direction, tips on how we are trying to stay on brand and keep getting the word out on product, music, and tours. Rob is amazing at knowing our fan base, helping promote, helping with the touring. He's basically the Nonpoint almanac. And so I lean, and so does our label. We lean on Rob for that that treasure trove of info and history that he has at top of mind for the band. Sure. Where me, I play middleman between band and label, because I'm helping with a lot of the planning, the strategy, and with the actual execution that comes from my label team that I have to then translate to the band. So without a million emails going back and forth, we just let everybody kind of stay in their lane and run those parts and basically those departments.